Hey sis, how was mom? You went to her house today, right? Um, she still needs more time. But she tried to act cheerful. I thought it was something like that. I also thought she seemed to put on a brave face when I called her today. It's been less than a week since Dad's funeral. It can't be helped. Well, you're right. Father was so healthy, but suddenly he found sick. He passed away so quickly. It's sad, but I don't feel it yet. I feel the same way. I can't believe he's gone. I know, but I don't know. I know, right? But I'm worried about Mom. She's spending so much time alone at home when she's so scared, right? But I have work in childcare. It's not good to say. We need to help each other in these situations. I'll ask my husband to take care of the house a little more, and I'll go to my parents' house. That would make it harder for you, wouldn't it? But it's hard for you to go to parents' house, isn't it? I have to go. Actually, I'm thinking about something. What's on your mind? I'm thinking to live with Mom. Really? Isn't it quite too far away from your husband's workplace? If he commutes from my parents' house, it would take about 2 hours, right? What are you talking about? We'll move out after he quit my job. He'd get a job near my parents' house. What? You're going to ask him to quit his job for us? I think that's too much to ask. He has been thinking about changing jobs, so it's convenient for me too. Is that so? So is he agreed to live together too? He said yes right away. I'm a terrible cook. He was happy to finally have a decent meal. But I don't think it's easy to live together. Even the rhythm of life is different, and both sides have to take care of each other, don't they? Don't worry about it. Daniel doesn't care about that. But I'm sure Mom does. She's the type of person who pays extra attention. But I'm her daughter, so... You are, but... I think he is different. Even though we become a family, he only met a few times. If I were a mom, I'd be a little confused. If Mom is okay with it, then it's fine, right? Well, yeah, but... You know, when I called her today, Mom was pretty much on board with the idea. You've already talked to her? I didn't serious about it and like it casually. Maybe she thinks I'm joking. Maybe she does. But she's saying that she cannot stay desperate forever and that it might be nice to have a change in environment. I'm sure that she will be lonely by herself. That may be true, but... Well, I can't say anything about it. I mean, you and Mom are the ones who say living together. Yes, we will discuss it between us. But I'm surprised you don't think about moving in with her. Well, I didn't think about living together. I was thinking of a multi-generational house or living in a neighborhood at least. It would be more stress-free, right? It might take time to get used to it at first. But I'm sure we would get used to it eventually. You're just as caring as a mom, aren't you, sis? I think you just don't care too much. I wish you could call me generous, but I can't believe you care so much about Mom. You've grown up, haven't you? Well, I'm 30 now. I'm grown up. We were arguing just recently. That was a few years ago, right? We're not like that anymore. Yes, we are. I guess marriage has settled us down. I guess so. So leave it to me this time. I'll take care of Mom. Life's Mom. Is everything going well? Yes, everything is fine and we're having a good time. She cooks me delicious meals every day. Hey, don't make Mom do all the housework, okay? I know. But I think she should keep herself busy for now. It's easier to forget about things when she's busy. Maybe. You're right, but... Oh yeah. What about the inheritance? Aren't you going to discuss it? I think she said we'll discuss it after 49th day memorial service. That's almost there. Why didn't she do it sooner? Dad has siblings. You know, if we talk about money too early. Some people think that's not a good idea. I see. Like Dad's sister, Aunt Zoe? I didn't say anything. I don't like her. She's pricky and not nice at all. She used to make you cry too. I don't even want to remember that. I only finished my housework and played with you. She used to yell at me for being stupid and playing around instead of studying. To be honest, I'm not very good with her either. But then, isn't it creepy that she's going after a fortune? I wouldn't call her creepy, but, well, I guess a lot is going on. It seems Dad was taken care of by Aunt Zoe. I wouldn't want anything to do with someone like that. She's a big sister for Dad. He's got things we don't know about. But I wonder if Mom is okay. Aunt Zoe is so bossy and seems to hold back on talking about a legacy. I'll have to protect her. Not too much. We just have to follow the law. Oh, sorry. I should get back to work. Okay. Well, take care, Mom. You can talk to me if you have any question about living together. Hey, what's going on? Oh, Mom, did she go there after all? What do you mean after all? Hey, is it true what Mom said? Did you tell her that get out of that way, disturbing old lady, and then kick her out? Because it's really disturbing. What? She interferes with us in all kinds of ways. She said if we argued, she would have to end our cohabitation, you know? Well, she has no idea why we live together and what we're doing for her. Because Daniel doesn't work, right? I don't think he'll find a job anytime soon. He wasn't even looking for a job, was he? Maybe I could give him a little break, right? Maybe if you had some extra money. You said you wouldn't even pay for your living expenses, right? Then I guess it's no wonder your mother is complaining. We live in my parents' house, and we live together with them, so why should we pay for it? What? Usually, no one wants to live with an old person, right? But we live in with her. She should be grateful. You suggested to Mom living together with you, didn't you? Mom didn't ask you to live with. Even so, Mom decided to live with me, wasn't she? Why are you blaming us? What? Are you seriously saying that? Oh, yeah. I just had a great idea. We'll take the house so you can help Mom. What? We discussed it at the legacy meeting the other day. You know, you and I had almost nothing to get from it, right? Well, but Mom is kind of like Dad's legacy somehow, right? He left her behind. So now we have half of Dad's legacy. I get a house, you get a Mom. That's how it going to work out, right? I see. That's great, thanks. What? Is this the part where I make you happy? But, well, you're happy with it. Yes, if Mom come, I'd be more than happy. So, you don't want the house? It's a big place. I could sell it for a lot. And you said you don't want to live together, right? I would definitely prefer Mom over the house. To be frank, their house isn't even worth nothing comparing to Mom's. That's a done deal then. Tell Mom that. Give me the paperwork as soon as possible. I'll decide what to do with it, depending on the price. What do you mean? If it sells for more than I expected, I'll sell it right away. So I thought I'd play around with it for a while and live with it. You know, if I go overseas where the cost of living is lower, it costs less than living here, right? I'm thinking of taking a vacation with Daniel. You're too optimistic. We love our freedom. Do whatever you want, and I don't care what happens to you. If you ask for help later, I won't do anything. It's okay. I will get the money. Don't tell me you want the house later, sister. If you beg me, I will never give it to you. I will never give it to you. Hey, sis. Aunt Zoe moved into our house. I see. What do you mean by I see? Do you know anything about it? Aunt Zoe said that this house is hers. That's right. What? My parents' house was half of Aunt Zoe's property. What? I don't get it. What's going on? Technically, the land belongs to Aunt. Dad built the house. What? Aunt Zoe used to be a very rich woman. She lent the land to Dad when he was newly married. And? You see, Dad's inheritance was not as much as you thought, right? Even Mom didn't get much. So I'm sure Aunt Zoe wanted a house too. But it's too late for that. It was my dad who built the house. The house doesn't belong to Aunt Zoe, right? That's right, but Dad borrowed some money when he built the house. The other day, she came to me with an IOU and wanted Mom to give her the house. What's that? She didn't say anything during the inheritance discussion. Aunt Zoe only had a soft side for Dad, right? She was still pretty depressed when she talked. I think she finally got over it a bit and went back to being the usual obnoxious Aunt Zoe, didn't she? Because her brother's father passed away. I guess she wanted to get rid of Mom and make it her own. Isn't that too selfish? Can you say that? That's exactly what you did to Mom. Hey, what should I do in this case? Can I kick Aunt Zoe out too? Why don't you pay her back the money that borrowed from her instead? Where do I have that kind of money? Then it will be difficult, right? Instead of giving up the house, Mom was supposed to have paid off the debt. I don't get it. Do something about it. My aunt told me to be her housekeeper, and she wants me to pay rent if we are going to live in a house. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. Aunt Zoe is taking over the house. You said you'd give it to me. I said I didn't want the house. Do something about Aunt Zoe now. You don't care what happens to your parents' house? It's not my parents' house anymore. Where Mom is like my parents' home. Get along with Aunt Zoe. How can I be nice to someone like that? You know, she's that kind of person who used to bully Mom around and make her temporarily neurotic. If we live with her, we'll go crazy. You kicked Mom out, so you should be fine. I can't have a conversation with that person. She's that kind of person who'll do whatever she thinks is right. She won't listen to anybody. I'm sure it's the same with you. You've been playing around, not working all the time. When you ran out of money, you did steal from your parents' house. In addition, you suddenly reported that you got married and borrowed money on some occasions from your parents after the marriage, didn't you? I was going through a lot at the time. And then you kicked Mom out of the house and tried to take over. You and Aunt Zoe are of the same kind, in my opinion. Don't put me in the same category as that woman. Yeah, you're right. Aunt Zoe had some personality issues, but she wasn't in debt or anything. She was kind to her brother's father. She's not the kind of person who would kick out her parents. What should I do? How can I get my parents' house back from her? I have no idea. Sis, help me. We're sisters. You're worse than Aunt Zoe. You won't help your sister. I told you, didn't I? I don't care what happens to you. Things were different then. It doesn't matter. Mom and I won't get involved in my parents' affairs anymore. If you can give up, go ahead and fight Aunt Zoe. Actually, Daniel doesn't work at all. He gets a job and quits right away and repeats it over and over again. That's why we don't have any money. If we don't have a place to live, we'll be in real trouble. Even if that's the case, it's none of my business. You moved in with Mom on your terms and kicked her out on your terms. I wouldn't help someone who wanted to sell the house and play with the money. I'm sorry. I'll apologize to Mom too. Please help me. We don't have the money to move out. Why don't you both work and save up? You shouldn't have moved in to live with Mom in the first place. That's your punishment for trying to take over their house. Sis, please. Please lend me some money. Just a little. I really can't live with Aunt Zoe. I won't give you a penny of my inheritance. You don't need my help either. You said that first, didn't you? That's why I won't do anything. You're not family anymore. Please take care of Aunt Zoe and Dad's negative legacy. Since then, my sister has been living with Aunt Zoe and she seems to be working her like a slave every day. Furthermore, her husband, Daniel, got tired of living with Aunt Zoe. He met a girlfriend outside and left home. My sister is currently in the process of discussing her divorce with Daniel and being treated by Aunt Zoe at home. She seems to be quite a wreck, both mentally and physically. However, there is nothing I can do to help her. She has asked for our help many times, but neither Mom nor I have any intention of helping her. I hope that she regrets what she deserved and sorry for what she has done. And my mom lived with my family for a while. After everything settled down, she rented a room to live alone in an apartment near my house. I think she misses her husband, but she's believed to be free from Aunt Zoe. Me and Mom, we eat together a couple times a week and also go out for little trips sometimes. We spend peaceful days together and make lots of happy memories to make my mom miss him a little less. I want to support her in her relaxed retirement.